Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about something that's again very close to my heart. It's talking to customer service representatives. To the customer service representatives or CSRs. So, whenever you have a problem with any service or whenever you're looking for an update on your service request or your order or anything like that, you most often call a call center which redirects you to a human being unless there's IVR, and that human being is called a customer service representative or a call center employee basically. Now, what we need to understand is, well, it's not their fault personally that the service or your order hasn't reached you, but they're just the face of the organization, or rather the voice of the organization that you hear when you call them. And ranting at them is just going to raise your own blood pressure. As I tell my father, there's no use yelling. What you can do instead is persistence and to follow up, on the proper protocol. So, lesson number one that I would like to tell you from my personal experience: never trust the promises that a sales employee will make you. Because A, they're getting commission, they are getting their sale done, and B, there's no service record of that sales employee making a promise. However, when you call a customer service employee, make sure that you get a service request number so that you can trace it back to the time and day when you called and a promise was made to you regarding till when the service would be delivered or done. Prefer email conversations because then you have a record. Amazon does that. You can have Amazon chat. It's a very good tool which you can use. However, if you're on call, first thing always, instead of yelling, it's likely to be persistent. A formula that I follow is having the terms and condition over here on a tab as I talk to them. This was especially useful when the entire hostel, me included, would order food from. Wait, I can't say the name. I can't say the name of the brand. Damn it. Okay, so when the entire hostel and I ordered food, they had a delivery guarantee, and every time you call them, whenever they exceeded the time, which used to be a lot, they would be like, "Sir, please wait for 10 minutes. It will come." And then you reiterate that delivery policy because you have the delivery policy open in front of you and you can say anything. Because in fact, one service employee tried to Xmart and say ki, "Sir, wo hamari delivery policy mein likha hua hai." I'm like, "Yes, it is open in front of me. Which point are you talking about? Please do tell me." And so that's how we used to earn free meals. But anyway, another important key is, suppose you have put in a service request and it doesn't get solved in the time that you are told. Ask for a manager, because the call service center employee is not going to do anything other than elevate the request, and that's not going to help. So sometimes you may not get to an actual manager because there's nothing like a manager there, but what that ensues is that it tells your seriousness towards the customer service employee. So it not only elevates it, but then you have something under your belt to take to the nodal officer, which is the next step in any redressal. A nodal officer is an officer in the region belonging to the customer service department who is responsible for any customer service requests that have not been fulfilled in the time. Now, often you won't be told that you can go to a nodal officer, but almost every website of every company will have a list of nodal officers for that company. So what you can do in such a scenario, if you're not taken to a manager or if your request isn't fulfilled in the time that it was promised it would be, and you're being told to wait for a few more days, is tell them that you are going to go to the nodal officer after you cut this call, or you can just go to the nodal officer yourself. I have done that in 2 cases till now, and both of them worked, because the nodal officer is responsible for all such reports, and he is responsible for fulfilling them, and he's a guy pretty much at the top in that region, and he doesn't want any of this shit. So the nodal officer is the way to go in case of any problems which aren't fulfilled. So, well, that's about it. Be persistent, and it's your right. You're paying for the service, you should get the service. I have many tales with customer service employees and many adventures that I can share with you, but it would get boring pretty quickly. Another thing that you can try is messaging them on social media. It is a very effective tool. Somebody or the other would get back to you as soon as possible, either social media or any of the review apps like Zomato or any other places where they take reviews. Share your disappointment with them, give them feedback on their own email addresses and their own websites. I have at one point used 6 different social media outlets to share my disappointment regarding a particular order, and I was given a free meal the next day because of that, because my order was really late and whatnot. Anyway, jago grahak jago, know your rights and practice them. Yeah.